Gotcha! It's your boy, M to the Echoes, Era Echoes.
Hey,
Best Lucas in the Era world.
But still only first stocks.
First stocks, definitely a lot of, oh, hold up. Oh my God, what a spike right there by Echoes.
Playing very careful. Right now the Bayonetta's getting slapped up.
Yeah, even though it's triples, I really, you kind of think that, you start to think that Mekos' doubles paralysis is still going to shine through here.
Yep.
That seems to be the case. I mean, look at his percent, look at everybody else.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Why is he dipping out of the
Dipped
camp?
out. You know why he's dipping. He can't be seen right
Mr.
now.
Embarrassed, man.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? The betrayal? Mekos with an opportunity? Let's test it.
Oh my God.
Is it enough? It is. Mekos single-handedly putting the team on his back. Actually true.
Oh, he went for it.
Yes.
Oh my
Smash
God.
4 wave dash right there, just 3 rolls.
Oh, did the for it over.
Oh man, this is rough. And Tweak just gonna go ahead and give up right there. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Wow!
Oh,
what a play! Mekos! Since Naruto moving bracket 2-0. No tech from Naruto there.
What an upset. Jeez.
Oh man, if Naruto just teched, he would have been able to take that game only because Mekos is deep there.
It looks like he was fine too. Like he rested the ledge back perfectly. I think what he did was he jumped down. He jumped down and tried to go up back on the ledge.
Trying to come out here. Uh-oh. A bear? Wow. Yeah. But again, we're just seeing these combos from him. Maybe he's gonna go for reset, can't get it. Because he meant unwise.
On the verge from moving on, and he does! Oh, why? Oh, man. So Abadongo will take it 3-1 over Mekos.
What's up, guys? It's Mekos back again for another video, and man oh man do we have a good one for you guys today. We're not going to be recapping one tournament, not 2 tournaments, but 3 tournaments. Let's get it. Let's go. Those of you guys who've been following me know that I'm at the point in my Smash career where I just need experience to reach the next level, experience to reach that Super Saiyan God power level. And guys, this summer I have been getting that experience. I'm so excited, and that's what I'm going to be telling you guys about today. So the 3 tournaments I went to was Glitch 3, Greninja Saga, and Momocon. So that's what I'll be going over today. So I'm going to start with Glitch 3. So the cool thing about Glitch 3 is that they have so many different game types, but you could only pick 3 of them. So the 3 game types that I picked was 1v1, 2v2, and guess what? They had triples, 3v3. Yeah! So I'm gonna go over 2v2, then 1v1, and then the most awesome thing ever, 3v3, okay? So 2v2, I team with my homeboy, Mr. E. You know, we put in work. Kind of disappointed because we got 2nd place. Like, me and Mr. E are at the point where if we would simply practice, we could be winning these tournaments. We're always so close. We're always getting top 4 at these nationals, at these tournaments. We're getting, you know, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place back to back all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Because there's this one cool thing we can do. If I PK freeze and he shield breaks, that's a broken shield immediately. But we don't have that in sync, you know what I mean? Because we don't practice, you know. It's just frustrating. I come from professional first-person shooters, and when I was with my team, we practiced like every day for like hours. So coming to Smash and not being able to practice is a little bit frustrating, but you know, you got to work with what you got. So anyways, some strong teams we had to face. We had to face Wadi and Death Horse, double Mewtwo. That was crazy fun. After that, we had to fight Pink Fresh and Captain Zack. That was another strong team. We clutched that out and won that 3-2. We also beat Wadi and Death Horse 3-2, so that was another clutch set. And then we got bodied by Dark Shad and 6WX in Winners Finals and Grand Finals, because it was a Ryu and a Sonic. And 6WX, he's really good at doubles. He understands team spacing. Every time you're going to punish the Ryu for trying to attack you, Sonic is always there excuse me, to hit you and punish you. And he was really good at using Sonic speed, and he was really picking great aggressive options. He covered his teammate really well. And our team was too aggressive for that team. We needed to slow it down, and we weren't able to get that W. But that was basically doubles right there in a nutshell. It was a lot of fun. Alright, so 1v1, I made it out of my pools, and I lost on loser. I made it out of my pools on loser side, and I lost Winners Finals in my pool to an amazing Rosa player called Utopian Ray. Those of you guys who saw my matchup chart, I was telling you about how I've witnessed a new Rosa who actually was strong, was very high skilled with the character, and also understood the Lucas matchup. You know what I'm saying? I was telling you guys about how, you know, most Rosas just let us like beat up, you know, Luma for free with PK Fire, PK Freeze, all that stuff. No, he didn't do that. He knew how to edge guard Lucas. He knew how to play the neutral correctly. He just did everything correctly. I was very impressed with his play. And he is very well shows you why Rosa beats Lucas. I mean, on paper, Rosa beats Lucas and Ness. You can't argue that. She has all the tools for it. It's just, you know, from what people have seen Lucas players doing the Rosas, they think it's otherwise. But no, this was a Rosa player that actually played it correctly and put in work. You want more details on that? Watch the matchup video I just released before this video. But man, it would, man, next time I want to go Mario against that Rosa. But moving along, I did pretty well throughout the losers bracket, and I finally ran into Dark Shad, and he took the set. Game one, I was like hyper aggro. You know, I don't know why. You know, just like Goku, I for some reason I never go Super Saiyan right off the bat. Like I was hyper aggro, just playing so bad. Won the next game, and then he won the next two, and like the final game though, I freaking SD'd right at the beginning. I was like, what the heck? And it was last hit, but that was a really good experience for me because that was my first time playing a top level Ryu in tournament, and it was really good experience. I know in the future you have to just straight up respect Ryu. You have to play that cat and mouse game 24/7. You can't let up any mental strain thinking, oh well, I'm just gonna take that risky option and maybe let him get some percent. No, you can't do that, because when he has his rage, when you're at like 60, 70, you're in death percent. You know, you can't mess around with Ryu, and in the future I'm gonna be ready for that. So I just grew so much from that experience, so I was really happy for that. So that was my 2v2 and 1v1 experience for Glitch 3. Next is 3v3. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so much fun. Because you guys know I have my doubles god powers. It translates over to 3v3. Any team games it translates to, but 3v3, man. Our team, it was me, Mr. E, and Wadi, and I actually wrote out a team strategy for us. And we followed it, man. It was awesome. You know, basically I said Mr. E be in front, be that wall with either Marth or Cloud. I'll be behind him, you know, doing PK free, stuff like that, and then Wadi will be the third man behind us, and then he can heal me whenever I need it, you know. So we just had a lot of clutch situations. We had to face a triple Bayo team, so it's Captain Zack, Pink Fresh, and Black Yoshi. That was crazy. And then after that, they actually got upset by Rimsey, Ash, and Sova Unknown, so we ended up facing them in Grand Finals, and bruh, I put in work, guys. Oh my gosh, game one, I won a 2v1. It was so clutch. And also game one, man, Mr. E, I don't know what was wrong. Mr. E, you know, he permed his hair. He didn't perm his hair. He straightened his hair, you know, so he had like the anime style, you know. So I don't know. It impacted his his emotions that day. He was kind of emo and all that stuff. But anyway, he was getting effed up in 3v3, guys. Like, he lost his stocks so early, so I was like, bruh, like, you not taking our stocks right now. Me and Wadi got this. Like, fall back. That's what I said, fall back, son. And then when the time was right, I was like, okay, you gonna play right? Go ahead and take the stock right now. I was like, but you gotta chill out, man. You're doing too much. But still, in that game, man. So me and Wadi put in some work, 2v3 a little bit. But then later in that game, I had to clutch out and win a 2v1. It was pretty sick. And then the next game, bruh, I spiked Sova Unknown, and right after I spiked Ash to just like seal the deal for the game. It was so hype. It was so hype, man. It was awesome. So that was basically the Glitch 3 recap. Oh, also when we played the Triple Bayonetta team, me and Mr. E, we won a 2v3 in that game. So that was kind of hype. Because Wadi accidentally SD'd. It was kind of funny. He was like, you know, Mewtwo sounds when he dies. It was funny. But anyway, that's my Glitch 3 recap. So next, let's talk about Greninja Saga.
Insane.
Actually true.
Oh, he went for
Yes.
Oh my
Smash
god.
4 wave dash right there, just 3 rolls.
Oh, did the Mekos just
Mekos has taken this game over.
Mekos just destroyed blue team single-handedly. Are you kidding me?
That boy's moving, man.
He did a down air on Link and then a double back air on Bowser. Like,
You thought Doubles God was his final form? Welcome to triples. Welcome to triples. Lord have
face
mercy.
Mekos. Good God.
Alright, let's do it. Greninja Saga. So, I'm going to go over 2v2. Then I'm going to go over 1v1. Alright, so 2v2. I got to team my homeboy Foe. We haven't teamed in like, what, like 8 years? Yeah, like 8 or 9 years. It's been crazy, man. So it was really cool. Like, we had a really awesome team in Brawl. Really fun team in Brawl. We just got a little unlucky in Brawl, like, for whatever reason, like, me, no matter who I teamed with, I always had to face, like, the people that would win the tournament, like, round 1. It was really weird, some shady stuff going on. But anyways, we're not going to talk about that. But the same thing happened when me and Foe would team. It was just really whack. But anyways, so going into this tournament, we didn't really get to practice. We got to practice, like, one day at, like, 1 a.m. to, like, 3 a.m. It was, like, pretty, it kind of sucked, but you know, it's all good. We at least figured out, you know, we want Foe to be in the front, me in back, and I more heal Foe rather than he heals me. Because Lucas is better at surviving than Ness. So that was basically our overall strat going in, okay? So, round 1, we had a bye. Round 2, our opponent, like, didn't show up. And then I think they didn't show up. And then round 3 we had a match, and then like right after that, so basically our second match we had to play Aardvark and Elegant. You know, arguably the best team on the West Coast. You guys can see that match on YouTube, and we lost. I think we could have won, but that was our first time teaming against a top team in. We just weren't experienced there. We were on the big stage too. I put a lot of the blame on myself as well, just because like that was my first time at that esports arena. And guys, it is amazing if you've never been there. It is so cool. It's not like any other place you've ever been in a tournament. It's like legit an arena, an esports arena. Like I've never been to something like that. And the audio was low. As you guys know, follow me. Like one thing, I'm really bad at letting the audience get in my head. I usually have to wear headphones, right, for that. And I didn't wear headphones. They didn't have the headphones to the game set up yet. And like everybody was just like going crazy, man. Like Zero, Nairo, like Rotation Crew, like everybody, like Zax, everybody who was there, Zax was just like blowing up, like screaming, like, oh, yo, the doubles guy, he said the doubles guy. Is he gonna go Super Saiyan? He gonna go Super Saiyan? I was like, oh my gosh, yo. So that was a little bit of distraction. And then also just Elegant Aardvark, they played on point. They're an amazing team. So they won 2-0. And I was like, oh my gosh. So me and Foe were a little bit down, but like, we put our head up. We were like, look, man, we got this. Like, that was our warm-up. We're in losers. We're only gonna be stronger. And after that, guys, back to back, we 2-0'd everybody, right? So our next match we had to play JK and I'm Hip. Really strong team. They actually beat Zero and Nairo in their pools. We 2-0'd them. Next we had to face Abadango, Mr. R. We 2-0'd them. That's on YouTube. Next Ally Tweak 2-0. That's on YouTube. And then finally we had to face the final boss before losers finals or before grand finals. Como and I. Freaking good set. We got 3-0'd, but every match is freaking so hyped. These guys are so awesome at doubles. It's like they're constantly making the right doubles options, and like it's just whatever team would make that small mistake lost. And like every time our team would make that small little mistake in those high pressure situations, and that comes from honestly just not practicing. I mean, these guys are a static team, teaming for ages, and you know, this is me and Fo's first time in Smash 4, so hopefully moving forward we'll get chances to practice and we'll get stronger. But I definitely know me and Fo can be, I believe we already are with just our skill, a top team in the world. But you know, my goal is always to be #1. I feel that if we practice on a consistent basis, we definitely could be a #1 team in the world. I mean, Lucas and Ness are the only team that can, both characters can heal, and they can heal from each other. So that's so cool. And then they also complement each other really well, because Ness is really good at taking the front while Lucas wants to play support. So Lucas can really cover him, and then any time that they give us some room, we can heal. You know, we don't have that down 100% yet, but once we do, that's going to be like amazing. There's still a few hiccups we have where we'll attack instead of healing, but once we get that down, it's going to be so amazing. You know, so the next time we're teaming is going to be at Greninja Saga. That's, I mean, unfortunately we're not able to practice either. You know, Fo's really busy with his streaming and stuff, but hopefully that will be practice for maybe an even bigger tournament, like say we team at like Genesis or something like that. So I know with each tournament experience we're going to keep getting stronger, and it was a lot of fun. Like that's one of my favorite teams, is teaming with a high level or top level Ness, and what better Ness to team with than the best in the world, Fo. So that was really cool. So next I'm gonna talk about 1v1. So 1v1, man, was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I grew so much from it. Through winners, I had to face Nairo. That got a lot of people mad. I talked a little bit about it in my matchup spread, but it's just basically, man, we're playing high-level tic-tac-toe. I love that Zero Suit Samus matchup. I've never lost it in tournament. I'm very confident in it. And people, I know a lot of Nairo's fans want to John and say, oh, he wasn't playing well. I mean, it's just, you have to look at the spacing, right? Like if you compare like my set with Nairo compared to Taheda's set, you can see that the defense is just completely different. Taheda, where he excels at, is tech skill, right? The grab combos. He grabs you, you're going to 70%. Where I excel at is my neutral, my smash fundamentals, right? And part of that is also your defense. So I know how to avoid it. I know how to avoid, you know, Zero Suit Samus's traps. I know how to avoid the kill setups. Like if I'm gonna get hit, I might, you know, while I'm recovering, I might take damage. I might get in a bad situation, but I'm recovering. I'm not dying, right? I'm not dying by the up air. I'm not dying by the back air off the stage. I'm not dying by his spikes, all that stuff. I'm getting around all of that stuff because it's one of my specialties, is reading my opponent. So I'm reading Nairo while I'm recovering, right? And also Zero Suit Samus, you know, they're kind of flow charting. You know what they want to do, you know. So I didn't let Nairo play his game, and that transitioned to people saying, "Oh, he's playing bad." Oh, just because the top player isn't running over somebody and just manhandling them doesn't mean that player is playing bad. You have to understand and analyze the set and see what's going on. And I know some of you players can do that. I know most people. Excuse me. I know most people who understand Smash at a certain level can understand what's going on with the Lucas player and the Zero Suit Samus player, and not just John and say, oh, somebody's playing terribly. No. The next match, I played extremely good freaking Greninja, man. I knew I was wrong for coming to freaking Greninja Saga, because I mean that's one of Lucas's hardest matchups, but like I didn't care because I travel for doubles, and I was like, me and Fo are teaming, this is gonna be awesome. So I went ahead and went to it. But the Greninja I lost to was I can't even pronounce it, like OC Tofu. Just extremely good, and he has a lot of Lucas experience from playing Taheda. I think on the latest YouTube video, he's beating Taheda, so he's very confident in the matchup, knows the matchup. But, you know, going back to the Nairo thing, I could say I played bad. I got 3-0'd. No, I didn't play bad. I got bopped. And I know the reason why I got bopped is I don't know the matchup at top level play. I don't know the correct spacing. I do know that that character definitely beats Lucas just from playing the neutral and seeing how he had way more tools and just way more better speed and quickness than me. I know I could sense that he definitely wins the matchup, but I'm not going to say, oh, I wasn't playing well. No, I think I played fine. I had to grow from that. I had to learn during the set. So then, bam, I made it out of pools with that, but I made it on loser's side. And my first match, I had to play Meteor, right? Very strong Sonic player. I got wind that he beat MK Leo. So, I mean, MK Leo, in my opinion, is arguably, you know, first, second best in the world. I'll give him second best right now because, you know, Zero is just too clutch. He's too consistent. So, give him second. He's definitely the first, the best doubles player in the world. He's definitely a doubles god along with, you know, myself, you know, shameless plug, and Como. So, I think those are the doubles gods right now. People who are always correcting the right, picking the right doubles option. But anyways, so Meteor beat MK Leo, so I was like, dang, man, this guy must be strong. And it was a really good set. I was able to clutch it out and win 3-2. And then after that, I had to face AC, really strong Meta Knight player. And it's funny, he beat MK Leo before in a set. I'm like, yo, what is this? What's going on? So he, I think it's game one, yeah, I think the first two games, he like bought me, man, because like, you know, I'm trying to learn the matchup, and first time playing a top level Meta Knight offline, you know, so, but then by that time I'd learned the matchup, I won the next two, and then game five, excuse me, he took me to Town and City, and I just previously won on Town and City. I was like, okay, what's his strat for this? He must have something up his sleeve, and he started just camping hard the platforms. He camped the platforms mad hard and was able to clutch it out in a close game. So that knocked me out of that tournament. But man, I grew a lot from that. I had so much fun playing all these strong players, and like I'm at the point in my Smash career, I need to play every character at top level play and I'll be good. That's how I will reach Super Saiyan God. I need to play every top level character just at least once, get that experience, and I'll grow so much from it. So that's the recap for Greninja Saga. Let's go on to Momocon. What's up, player one? Yeah, where's the Smash tournament at? What? Where's the Smash tournament at? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up here? We run. Man? we run. Let's go, baby. Oh, look at this kid. So right I think you need to do this kid, man.
Brother from another mother. Brother from another mother.
This is my son right here.
You my sons. I'm the doubles god.
Here he is, my son right here. The one and only Red. Let's go.
I'm your son now.
Oh my gosh, guys. Momocon was amazing. I've never been to a con before. Guys, if you've never been to a con before, you have to go. It's like a nerd's paradise, right? The only downside, I'll start with the negative, is that you know how you even have this at Smash tournaments, some nerds, some geeks, they don't shower, man. Like, bruh, like you so musty, you give me a headache. Like, go shower. Anyways, you're seeing people dressed up as their favorite video game characters or anime characters or cartoon characters. You know, it's an awesome sight to see. You had arcades, free play arcades, so many arcades all around. So cool. You had great food, so you didn't have to worry about starving. At a lot of Smash tournaments, I have to end up starving myself. I hate it because I know it's so unhealthy for my body. You had so many cool events, so much stuff. I didn't even see all the events because I'm there to play Smash and hang out with my Smashers. But you also had like people were playing card games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, like all the like Magic, all those different card games you'd never even heard of. You had like different role-playing things you could do, like as if like you were in Star Trek, or if like you're in like a war, or if like zombies are trying to kill you. Just crazy stuff. You had a lot of indie video game developers there. You could test out and play their games that haven't came out yet. That was amazing. Just so much. I know they had so much more crazy stuff. Like they probably had like a cosplay show, stuff like that. But I mainly stayed in the gaming area. All right, so let's get to the tournament. Let's get to 2v2. So 2v2, I teamed with Wrath. Our teamwork is not that good, so I wasn't that confident going in. We teamed before at a couple of Georgia tournaments, or it was like 1 or 2, I can't remember, but we won. But I knew there was going to be top level talent here, and we got bopped. We got bopped. That's all I can say. I'm not even going to go over it. I'm that sad. I'm just kidding. I don't even remember all the matches, but we got messed up in doubles. We still went pretty far. I think we got like 9th or something. But anyway, going into what was really fun there, 1v1, right? I love my 1v1 there because I got so much experience. So to make it out of, no, not to make it out of pools, but I was expected to make it out of pools on loser side, I think. So semis out of my pools, I had to face Saj, right? And I want to like explain this matchup a little bit because people don't know, you know, people are like, oh, well, he's playing like he doesn't know the Lucas matchup or whatever, but like Saj beat me at CEO Dreamland. And those of you guys that follow my channel, you know I've already explained this, like, it hit me by surprise. It's like, from the minute it said go, I took him to Battlefield. Like, yeah, we can play Battlefield. He was like, sure. My dude was running away the whole time. You know, Bayonetta got hopped, so Lucas can't reach her. So that game, I think it went to time. Don't remember, but like, the next 2 games, like, almost going to time because he wasn't trying to fight, you know. And I didn't play the neutral well at all. But I learned from that. I was like, okay, that's how Bayonettas are playing. And I talked to Esam at that tournament. He was like, yeah, that's what they do. I was like, okay, you know, nothing against him. I just need to be better prepared. So at this tournament, I was ready for that, right? That's why you can see I'm making sure that my neutral is legit. I'm not giving him anything for free. He can sit back there all day. I'm going to, you know, pressure him with my projectiles, stuff like that. Get the lead and hopefully force him to approach me. That's why I played that game. So I was strictly bait and punish. I mean, that's how I play all the time anyway. But I wasn't going to just run up and give him any free percentage like I did at Dreamland CEO. You know, I would go up and try to fight, you know, every once in a while. You know, he would give me that percent and then go back to playing defensive. So this time I knew that game, I was ready for it. I was able to get the W. After that, I had one of the greatest opportunities ever. I got to play the best player in the world, Zero. I trained for him by playing Player 1 in some friendlies. I beat Player 1. That did not prepare me for Zero, man. His Diddy Kong is on another level. But, man, I was growing so much from that. You can see I played better in Game 2. I went Game 1. I'm salty it's not up on YouTube because I went Game 1 because I know to reach my true power level, I also am going to use my Mario some. So I went Mario just to see how he could do. And he did pretty well, man. My Mario is known for landing F smashes, and I landed the F smash. That was really cool. But, and I got him down to 1 stock. But I'm so mad because they didn't upload it on YouTube. Like, what the heck? Anyways, I guess it happened. So anyway, Game 2 and Game 3, I whipped out my Lucas to make sure my Lucas got that experience. And I'm happy with my gameplay. Like, I just, my third eye was opening. I was just like learning so much while playing him, understanding his neutral, understanding the way he played the game. I was just soaking up all of that data, all of that experience, and growing stronger as a player. It felt so good. But anyway, that knocked me into losers, and I had a pretty good losers run, and eventually I had to face Abadango. That was awesome because I've never faced a top Mewtwo in the world. I knew he had plenty of Lucas experience playing Taheda. So Game 1, you guys can see on YouTube, my man bought me because I just didn't even know how to space. I didn't even know the stuff to look out for, all that stuff. Game 2, I won, and then the next games, he won. Pretty close games. But I can say, man, I grew so much from that. I believe that the matchup is probably slightly in Lucas's favor because after that I talked to Abadango. He was telling me all the things that I could do that I wasn't aware of. And now I know how to space in that matchup. And I think I'll do a lot better the next time I play, man. I'm excited, man. See I just love Smash, and like, again, guys, where I'm at is I just need the experience. That's what I've been telling my fans, people that follow me. By the end of this summer, hopefully by all the tournaments I go to, I'm gonna get the experience that I need. So yeah, so that was awesome, getting to play. I mean, Abadango's like a top 10 player in the world, so that was awesome experience there. And you know, I was competing with him. Like, as long as now that I know how to space and stuff like that, I'll do so much better the next time. You know. Alright, so that knocked me out of the tournament, and that is basically my recap for these tournaments, guys. Like, Fudge, man. Smash is freaking fun. Like, and one thing I learned also is that like offline is just 10 times better than online, man. Like, you guys know before I was an online warrior. Now, like, I almost don't even like online because offline is just so much better. Like, you can play such a better, you have such better micro spacing, such a better neutral. You know, like Sheik is so much easier to play offline than online, just stuff like that. You know, so oh yeah, before I end, I'll answer one question because a lot of people were wondering like, why did I not absorb Abadango's blue balls? It's because he, most of the time, he would space it to when I was running, right? He's a top player, he's smart. He wasn't throwing it when I was just sitting in neutral and could whip out my down B. You know, he was doing it like right when I would start my run animation, stuff like that, which is a very smart player. So that's what you guys saw there, okay? Alright, well my next tournament is this weekend. It is Greninja Saga. I'm teaming with my boy Fo again. It's gonna be so awesome. I wish we could practice a little bit. We're not, but and it's gonna be so stacked. But I hope you guys are out there rooting for us. We could definitely use it, and I'll see you guys around. Take it easy, Smashers. Mekos, I'm out.